It's a big success for me to make a CM here in Yerushalayim, especially Rabbi Goldschmidt's house. Thank you, Rabbi Goldschmidt, for hosting it and everything. I'd like to thank you all for coming. It really means a lot for me to be, for you guys to be here. I'd like to thank the Coach Baruch Hu for giving me the koach to finish the Masechet. I remember the first time when I started learning Dinei Mamanos B'Shlosha, Gzelos Mechavelos B'Shlosha, we had no idea what it meant. Like, we understood what the words meant, but we didn't understand what the Shlosha meant. And then after like a few times we chazed it, and then we got it going, and then we were able to understand. So I want to thank a lot of people, because a lot of people helped me get through this Masechet. I'm sorry if I forget you or if I categorize you. First I want to thank my Chavrusa Erez for dealing with me the whole first half of the year. It was great learning with you and I enjoyed it. Zen and Nikki for learning with me after Erez left. Aaron Muller, Daniel Feldman, Moshe Glazer, Ray Black doing the fourth pair, Yaakov Tesler. No matter what, during the day, was it good learning or bad learning, I always had the slips to learn with you at night, and it was highlight my day every day. For my uncle to coming down for learning with me, to his house, for me going up to him, really helped me with my learning. Rabbi Grossman for some of the prakim. And everyone helped me chazer at night, Tani, Ethan, Joel, Alex, Aviv. Out of the beginning of the year, out of the schus of being in a chabura with Rabbi Green, and then Rabbi Goldschmidt. I hope Rabbi Goldschmidt can mocha what I'm about to say, but I think it's important for everyone in the shir, especially guys in the shir. I don't know if the people in the shir like how big of a schus it is to be in Rabbi Goldschmidt's shir. And it's for people not to give 100% every day, I think it's unacceptable. Because last year, and also Rabbi Goldschmidt should have to call you guys to see if you're late and see what you guys are doing. I don't know if you guys realize, but last year Rabbi Goldschmidt was supposed to stop teaching us during January. Like, that's when his contract ended. And then he decided to be Moser Nefesh, and also he was doing 3 Siddharim a day, and he had a Chavrusa during lunch. So he had no time to be at his house. So this was supposed to be his break to go home, but he was Moser Nefesh for the shir, and like, it helped us, helped me, helped everyone who stayed in the shir, and we appreciate it a lot. So I think it's a big haras tov to show up in time for him. And also, I'd like to thank you personally, and you after the shir, for teaching us not only in the shir, but also like through your midos and through your Lev Torah as well. The Gemara in Pei Tet talks about the story about the Kedat of Avram, about Yitzchak. We sometimes say in the morning, and the question of the Gemara is, after what things? So Rabbi Yochanan says, in the name of Rabbi Yossi, it says, after the things that the Satan spoke to Hashem. The Satan had a conversation with Hashem saying, Avram just had a kid at age 100, and now he's having a big suda, and he didn't give you one korban. So Hashem says back to him, everything he did was for his son. But if I were to ask him to sacrifice his son, then he would do so immediately. So that's what happens. So after this conversation, Hashem asked Avram to sacrifice his son, and then the whole thing happens. Then the Gemara brings a mashal and says it's like a king who has a warrior who wins a lot of wars for him. And then what happens? And then there's like this. Then the king goes to this war and says, "Please do one more war for me to show everybody that the first wars, the earlier wars, wasn't nothing. Like, this is the real war." So the question I had is, like, why does Avram have to go prove to someone else? Like, we know Avram's like the high Madrega, so why does he have to go prove to Satan? Why can't he just be happy with how he is? So let's hold on to that question for a second, and hopefully with these next 2 Gemaras we can be able to answer the question. The Gemara in Static Text says, if you in Perek Chelek, if you learn but you don't chazer, it's as if you plant but you don't harvest. Also, the Gemara in Yud Chet says, Reish Lakish says, "Kasher asmacha v'acharka kasher ekerim." First, you have to work on yourself, and then you have to, then you could go work on other people. So we learn from the Gemara on Static Tech the importance of chazering. We want to feel good about what we did. We want to feel accomplished. We want to harvest our crops for ourselves and for Hashem. And then the Gemara in Yud says we have to work on ourselves, then work on others. And we see that with Avram. Going back to the first question, Avram had to prove himself first.